I don't know what is going on right now, but I am here for it. Hey everyone, Mark Newstater with the Atkinson team at eXp Realty. Now, what am I referring to? I am talking about the sale to new listing ratio. I mentioned it last week. This week, it is even higher. So check this out right here. That is 91% sale to new listing ratio. Last week it was 84, the week before 83. Now, last year we had a very high sale to new listing ratio for this week as well, but it's just odd this year because our inventory is significantly up over last year, around 30%, but we're still seeing this really high sale to new listing ratio, as you can see, with 383 sales on 422 new listings this week. Now 318 pending, so that will kind of tell itself out in the next week or so here to see how many of those turn into sales. Days on market though crept up to 55. This is why it's kind of a conundrum, like what is actually happening? Our inventory now down to 5,455. We'll come back after Jaden tells us about mortgage news and break it all down for you.
Thanks, Mark. And so I think everybody probably knows last Bank of Canada decision is on December 10th, next week. And it's looking like it's going to be a big nothing burger. Nothing's going to happen. Very, very likely to keep flat. If you're in a variable and wondering if you should make a decision based on nope. They're just waiting for the end of year data to drop and everything kind of slows down in December and going into January and things like that. If you're in a fix, doesn't make any difference for you anyway, so nothing to really worry about. But really, you guys can expect before we speak next week that Bank of Canada, status quo, we're staying at the same overnight rate, we're staying at the same prime rate of 4.45. Really nothing to worry about here. Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks so much, Jaden. Appreciate that as always. So the reality is when we go back a year, our sale to new listing percentage was actually almost basically the same at 91%. So clearly there's a bit of a trend here in the last couple of years where buyer clients in particular, are making these last minute moves prior to the Christmas and New Year holiday season. So if they're going to buy a house, they're going to do it now. So when we look at our sales, we're down 5% from last year, new listings up 6%, active listings still 27% up from last year, and our days on market are 31% higher. I'm going to be doing another video later this week breaking down a very interesting conversation we had as a team with the chief economist from the Calgary Real Estate Board, talking about migration patterns for the next year, as well as what may be happening with detached and other home prices in those segments. So that's it for this week. If you need some help figuring out what's going on, reach out as always.